Yo, what is up? I am Trash. And welcome to my video. I still haven't lost that awkwardness. So this is actually, I'm going to be filming 2 videos today. This is the first video I'm filming of today, because this is going to be the first video of my new channel. I don't have that sound effect that goes like, yeah. So we're just going to pretend that like something's really excited right now. Maybe I'll like fart into a microphone. Basically, my previous account, Repair Girl McShizzle, I didn't see that as what I wanted it to be. So I'm wiping the slate clean and starting over with this channel. So hopefully I do better and I don't have to like just keep redoing these with like one video on each. I only have like a vlog on that channel and then like my like introduction video, which I'm not going to do for this channel because if you're coming to me from that channel then you already know me, kind of. And if not, well, you're going to learn about me throughout the course of these videos. Basically, all you need to know about me is I watch a lot of YouTube. I can probably say I don't watch too much TV, but that's coming from someone who spends 8 hours on the internet. So that's like not safe. But I am currently wearing a TV show t-shirt. This is from one of my favorite shows, Supernatural. And it's Sam, Dean, and Castiel right here. Just says Supernatural, says their names. And I love this shirt. I'm also wearing a Doctor Who hat. I don't watch too much TV. TV merch. Appreciate that, Renee here. I'm trying to be hip. I'm trying to be a gender bend of Dan Howell. You wanna come here? I have my dog in the same room as me where I'm filming. And I love her a lot. And I might just bring her. Come here. Oh, you can't see her. You can't see my dog, but she's really cute. Yes, I'm sitting on my crummy floor with a dog, telling a story, because I'm going to do a story time video. It's one of my first videos, so you can get to know with probably what you're getting into if you do subscribe to me, because I am like this constantly. I am in fact a reindeer on crack. I swear I'm not bringing the dog on here for views, I just really like my dog. Okay, so I was just watching YouTube like before I decided to film my videos, because like I said, that's what I do with my life. And I was watching Tana Mojo videos and like Gabby Show. I was watching the most recent Dan video with Anthony, which I really loved, but that was like, oh, we were emo. It's like, I'm currently in all black. I'm currently in all black. The only reason I'm not wearing eyeliner is because I would be way too lazy. It's something driving by outside my house. Is that I'm currently way too lazy to take off the eyeliner. Because I do end up stabbing myself in the eye. Taking it off. Never putting it on, just taking it off. So, and I'm wearing color. I'm wearing blue. The bad wolf is there. But, okay. Anyway. The Tana Mojo video I was watching was about all these like coincidences, and she was like, if you have any coincidences, comment them below. And I had one that is from like when I was really young. Not really young, but like a while ago. And I was gonna put it in there. I was like, you know, this would make a really good video. I think I was like trying to find a way to start off this channel, and I didn't want to start off with an introduction because it's like kind of pointless. So I was like, you know what, I'll do the story time. Be really cool. So this is just like weird softball coincidence, I guess you could say. Yeah, I'll go with that. Anyways, basically this is, I don't know how old I was for this. All I know is my sister was like, I don't know, 10, 12? No, I don't remember when this was. I just remember that my sister played softball. She still plays softball. She played softball a lot when we were younger. And she had a softball tournament. And I can't remember where it was for the life of me, because she had tournaments everywhere. But all I remember from this tournament is that there were a lot of teams. I knew where we were playing because we'd been there before. I knew they had like really nice swing sets. So I always went on the swings and listened to music and didn't pay attention to anything. No, I didn't listen to music. I didn't have an iPod or anything at the time. I read my books and I'd like sing to myself quietly. That was what happened before we had cell phones. We try to sing to ourselves really quietly because I don't have volume control. Only reason I work out well with this is because my microphone is so crappy that it can pick me up because I'm constantly screaming. And I'm also constantly panicked, which very self-explanatory. So just flashback I'm getting in my glasses. We're not going to talk about the flashback glare of my glasses because I can't take these off or I can't see. So in my mom's chair out of the car, and I was walking back towards the field because I knew where the field we were playing at was. And I see a softball mom in a tie-dyed, like, orange t-shirt, which is kind of an ugly color. But it was, like, tie-dyed. It was, like, the classic tournament shirt. I owned so many tournament shirts when I was younger, and they're mostly tie-dyed. And they'll have, like, the tournament name on it, and then on the back will be, like, every single team that played. People will see it and be like, oh my god, did you play? And look down the back for, like, my last name. And they'll find my last name, and then they'll find my sister's name next to it. They're like, oh, is this your sister's shirt? I'm like, no, it was my sister's tournament. I was just forced to go because I was too young to stay home myself. So anyway, basically, I saw a softball mom, and my sister's softball number was 7. My dad plays softball, and he did back then too, and he played as number 7. So my sister always played as number 7. Or, like, if it wasn't 7, I think it was 8 maybe, 13, not 13, 11, 10, I don't know, numbers that my dad has played, that's what she'd only play as. Like, just recently, she had to play as, like, 88, because they, like, didn't have a jersey for her. And she, like, just joining the team for, like, a sub, and then she, like, ended up joining. Long story. But, so that's the only time she ever plays a number that wasn't my dad's, because her and my dad got along extremely well. But, basically, and I saw the mom, and the tournament shirts, you can get them, if you're, like, a softball mom, or, like, a sibling, you can get them to where they're, like, just the tournament on the front, and then it's, like, the number of whoever you're rooting for on the back. There was a tournament we went to that had, like, custom shirts, and I had one that said, like, got softball, and it was purple tie-dye, because tie-dye was cool back then. That's how you can guess my age. I was, like, smart enough to, like, make my own clothing decisions back when tie-dye was cool, and I wore a lot of tie-dye. I wonder if they have black tie-dye. I'm gonna have to Google that. So, basically, I saw her shirt, and I saw it was number 7, and I was like, hey, that's my sister's number. I didn't say anything to the woman, because I couldn't talk to people then. Like, when I was really young, I'd go up and talk to random people and, like, carry on conversations and follow them around talking to them, like, random strangers. And now I've got, like, anxiety about, like, talking to anybody, and I can, like, only text my friends. I look like I'm fanning myself. I'm, like, trying to make a point. And I'm drinking Pepsi while I'm talking, so you can hear the carbonation whenever I open it. And it's kind of not bothering me as much as this double chin is. And basically, I was like, it's not that big a deal. There were a lot of teams there, because they had, like, 4 or 5 fields at this, like, place. And so it wasn't a big deal. I was like, we're probably going to play that team. I didn't really think too much of it. And then, like, I recognized there was, like, a last name on the back, which I can't remember to this day. But I knew at the time, and I, like, remembered that, and I was like, hey, I saw number 7. I thought that was cool. And I told my mom, hey, I just saw a softball mom as number 7. She was like, oh, that's so weird. And then we were walking out, and I was in the dugout, which I think I was, because I was, like, giving a bottle of water to my sister or something, and they were, like, out doing something. I was talking to one of the girls that was inside, and she was like, I only know one person on the team we're playing. I was like, oh, who is it? She was like, it's number 7. I was like, my sister? And she was like, yeah, number 7. And I was like, oh, what's her name? And she was like, it's blank blank, which I can't remember what it was. For the sake of this video, we'll call her Olivia, because I can't remember this girl's name. Not that kind of memory, basically. So, and then I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw her last name on the back of her, you know, softball jersey. And I was like, hey, that's the daughter. That must be the daughter of the mother I saw. She was number 7, had the same last name. I was like, oh, that's such a coincidence. And I was like, oh, that's cool, because we were playing that team. That's my sister's number. And one of the girls knew her. I was like, how often does that happen? Like, I've been to so many tournaments in my years, that's never happened to me except for that one time. Which could just be because I don't really observe human beings. I would go to a tournament, like, find a playground, if there was a playground. I would find a swing set, I'd sit down in the swing, I'd swing, and I'd read my books. Whatever I was doing, I was reading the books, or listening to music, watching something on my iPad, my mom's iPad. Softball and people were not what I was worried about. So I was like, oh, that's cool. Then the end of the game comes. I come back to the field because, like, during this game I was obviously off at the swing set doing what I normally did, where I'd read or sing quietly to myself or imagine scenarios in my head that I knew would never happen. Me finding happiness. That got dark real quick. Anyway, I come back because I noticed the game is wrapping up. The girls line up to clap hands and say good game, good game, good game, all the way down the line, and they line up, and one player on each team gets MVP. Like, not to toot my sister's horn. I'm going to toot my sister's horn. She's my sister. And she's like a good softball player. She's been playing since she was 8, and we always played like catch, and we'd hit, and we would play mini softball games when my dad played softball. Even I played. I wasn't a good runner or anything. I just hit the ball, ran, and tried to catch things. I actually injured my hand once trying to catch a pop fly, and like my hand went over it beforehand, and the ball smashed into me. Really painful. Very off topic while we're at it. But basically, they lined up for MVP. I saw my sister got it, and I was like, yay, go her. Like, my sister's obviously good at softball, so I wasn't surprised. Like, of course, my family got it. But basically, and then I realized that the girl on the other team got it. And I was like, the Olivia girl. And I was like, are you serious? Like, this girl just keeps popping up. The weirdest thing ever. And then basically, I went out. There was like other games or whatever. I didn't pay too much attention to it. Basically, at the end of the tournament, I went to go. We were putting everything back in the car, the chairs and everything, all my stuff, Hannah's bags, my sister's bags and everything. And then as I'm walking back to the car, again, I'm the only one because I was the first person with the car, I see the mom again. And I'm like, you know what? I want to go up and say hi. But I don't have the social capabilities to do that. So, yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that story. It's kind of short. It says I've been filming for like 15 minutes, but the first 3 minutes of me filming was me burping and drinking soda. So, there's no moral to these stories, just random coincidences I decided to share. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. My channel's not put together yet, so it's like, but I know the pictures are probably still empty by the time you're watching this, unless you've like watched my future videos I haven't made yet, and then you're like going back to my first video, like, I wonder what their first video was. Looking at me now, I can tell. I mean, looking at my viewfinder, I'm very red. My forehead is very white. And I just look tired. That's why I'm drinking Pepsi. So, like I said, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If there is something you'd like me to talk about in the future, comment down below or something. And please like and thumbs up this video. Comment whatever you'd like. Share it with your friends. Do whatever you want. Have a nice day.